Well, I'm looking. This says I see three.
Yeah, this is straight up.
3 females and a male.
Oh, yeah, 2 females
2 females.
and the boy. And this one's straight up.
And then Sally's a female.
Yeah, Sally's going to be
So
And that one, how long? You said it's a stray. How long has it been here?
3 days.
Given all that had happened, Timothy's dogs could no longer stay in the home, so they had to call animal control.
hi, Mr. Harper.
How you doing, sir?
Good. You remember me?
Yep.
Okay. I served a search warrant on your house, okay, just so you know, and I picked up the dogs to make sure that they're okay. Okay? So I took custody of the dogs,
Because I had somebody feeding them. She was coming back.
and she was doing a good job. She was taking care of them. But that's the other issue is that did you want Christina at your house?
That's fine.
Okay, because we got some conflict from Miss Knox that she got something different from you.
No, that's fine.
And
That's
so
better than nobody.
I just wanted to verify that it's okay with you if she's there.
Yeah.
Now the dogs are no longer at the house,
Okay.
and they won't be in because if you make bond, then you can go home. Okay. Done. And I just want to make sure. But if it's okay, I'll let Miss Martinez know she's okay to stay at the house. She's got a key. She's taking care of things, keeping an eye on stuff. Okay.
She's fine.
All right. Now, this is not related to what happened with your case, but I want to get from you the names of the dogs that were at your house.
I told the officers.
And you did, and I'm just verifying which ones are which.
No,
Huh?
no,
You don't want to do that?
no. He wasn't there.
That's not your dog?
Yeah, but he wasn't there at the time of.
No. I'm not talking about at the incident.
Oh,
I'm not talking about what we talked about in the interview. Okay. It says I know. This is the one we're talking about.
yeah, that's
Okay, yeah, I got that. That's Sally. Okay, but the others, there was some confusion on who was who. Okay,
That's Bandit.
that's Bandit,
That's Bella May. That's my service. She's certified.
Bella May.
And that Sugar Baby.
Okay, Sugar Baby.
Yeah.
Okay, I just had Sugar.
Oh, well,
Okay, but that's okay. I just want to make sure. That's what I want to make sure because we're having the vet look at them, verify that they're okay, and then we're going to let the courts decide on what we do with the animals based on how your case works out. Okay? They're not at any point scheduled for destruction. That's not the option. Okay?
I hope not.
No, but a lot of people, when PD and animal control get involved with their animals, they're concerned that their animals are going to be put down for whatever reason. These animals are not in that boat. Okay? They'll either be released back to you if you're found to be innocent.
Mindy Knox will take him.
Well,
She'll take him in a heartbeat.
maybe, or they may be adopted out if that's what you want to do.
Not like out to people.
I understand.
They never make it because they know Mindy. They've known me for
Yeah.
you know.
I understand, and I'm just letting you know those are the options. But the animals are being cared for, okay? And I know Christina was taking care of them. That's not the issue. It's just if you go back to the house, we can't have you with the animals at this point. Okay?
Yep.
We good?
So that was back in August. Just last month, though, Timothy Harper was sentenced to 11 and a half years in prison. He pleaded guilty to possession of a visual medium of sexual exploitation and bestiality. He is required to register as a sex offender for life. And after his sentence, he can't possess, own, or live with any animal for 15 years, which is the max amount New Mexico law allows. Reporting for Law and Crime, I'm Elizabeth Milner.
With USPS Ground Advantage, it's like you're with us every step of the way.
Right on time.
Stay in the know from your dock to their door.
I'm assuming this is a case of mistaken identity. I know nothing of a warrant. I'm gainfully employed. I'm a physician.
We're getting a look at the moment police took a dangerous suspect into custody. This Florida doctor is accused of doing things to children that I will tell you right now I have never even heard of before. We are going to take a closer look at this body camera video and the charges he's facing in federal court. Welcome to Sidebar, presented by Law and Crime. I'm Jesse Weber. All right, I got to set the stage for this one. So you got a doctor who's serving hospice patients in the St. Petersburg, Florida area, now facing a federal indictment for allegedly sexually exploiting 10 children, including a 13-year-old girl who was found dead. We have 59-year-old Stephen Leedy, arrested last year just before Christmas in Holly Springs, Georgia. This is north of Atlanta. He, his wife, his mother-in-law told police they were headed up to the scenic area of Blue Ridge for the holiday. They were about 2 hours away from their destination when Holly Springs officers pulled them over on the interstate after they got word of a warrant out for Leedy's arrest. Now, Leedy was calm as officers instructed him to get out of the SUV.
Step out. Step out of the car.
I'm sorry, what's going on?
Put your hands behind your back. All righty. Let's talk with her. Sit right here. You got any weapons on you?
No, sir.
Can you turn around for me?
All units back down, code 2. Back down, code 2.
Hey, Wallace, you can go ahead and get your car out of the road. All right, stay right there. Let us get everything situated and I'll update you in just a second, okay? Thank you.
Now, the police don't immediately tell Leedy what the warrant is for. They want to be absolutely sure they have the right guy. And as they work to confirm Leedy's identity with other agencies, the doctor questions why he would have a warrant.
Assuming this is a case of mistaken identity, I know nothing of a warrant. I'm gainfully employed. I'm a physician. I've had no notice of anything. I've had no...
You don't get notified when there's a warrant out there.
Well, but I'm saying I've had...
All right, one second. Before we talk, that document silent, anything you say can't...
Where's the ID? Where's the ID?
So an officer reads Leedy his rights, pats him down, and then sits him in the back of a patrol car.
They've been, we got a bolo on this tag, but with you with a warrant, okay?
Would I know something about this? Would I know that there was some issue?
Sergeant's got it, he took it. They wouldn't notify
I'm
you
a
of a
hospice physician. I've paid my taxes. I'm in good standing. I haven't...
So that also did review your rights, right?
He did.
You understand them fully, correct?
Well, I did. I'm not telling you anything that would...
No, I just want to make sure.
I am, yeah. And I'm coming up here with my family for Christmas.
Oh, is your family's in the car?
They are. My
Okay.
mother-in-law and my wife.
Where are you going?
We have a place in Blue Ridge.
Okay.
So I guess I'm... And because you've got me handcuffed and all, too, is what's alleged something violent, potentially?
Is it something that what?
Violent, potentially?
We'll explain it here in just a minute.
I own no weapons.
I understand that, okay.
Get her to 14350. 14350.
Do you have kids in the car?
No.
Just you and your wife?
My mother-in-law.
Your mother-in-law is in there too?
She is.
Okay.
I gotta say, as this story and maybe most of the stories on Sidebar show, the world can be something. It is scary thinking about how to protect yourself. And we always try to partner with companies that can maybe help you out, provide some extra security in life. Well, I'll tell you what, we have a sponsor now called Delete Me. And here's the thing. Did you know that your personal data is being harvested and sold online by data brokers? Yeah, anyone can buy your personal information. And when that happens, you're at risk for a whole host of things. Identity theft, phishing scams, potential stalking, but that is where Delete Me comes in. They help keep your personal information private. I mean, they found dozens of data brokers that had my information. They had to remove it from multiple listings. And by the way, Delete Me will keep monitoring those sites for you. So
where are you off to? Black bag.
We have a traitor in the house. There are 5 names on there. Your wife's one of them.
Find the leak. If it is Catherine, do you really think you can do it?
Black Bag, rated R, only in theaters this Friday. Special engagements in Dolby. Attention super markup shoppers, just a heads up. These loyalty cards with exclusive deals, it's a sham. At Aldi, you don't need one. You just walk in and save. That's why they're #1 in everyday low prices.
It's an Aldi thing.
So your information doesn't find its way back on there after the first removal. And by the way, using Delete Me has given me peace of mind about my family too, because if someone buys your data via a data broker, they can see information about your relatives. So right now you can get 20% off Delete Me and protect your personal data when you go to joindeleteme.com/sidebar and make sure to use promo code sidebar at checkout. Now, after triple checking the warrant details, an officer gives Leedy more information about why he's in handcuffs.
All right, so here's what you're warned for, okay? We got Fannin. They're going to send us everything, but I'm going to go ahead and tell you, okay? They got you in production of child pornography, okay? In coercion and endangerment of a minor to engage in sexual activity in violation of the 18 U.S.C. So that's what your warrant's for. With your name, they got all your information, your photo, they have everything. So that's what the warrant's for, okay?
That's never happened.
That's just what it's for, okay? That's what you got it for.
That's not even possible. I understand. I hear what you're saying.
I'm just going off what they're saying. They got warrants in hand. They have your photograph. They have everything, okay? And that's why all of us are out here. That's a pretty serious crime.
I agree.
So that's why all this police presence, that's why we're all here. And that's what it's for. Now you know. I just didn't want to tell you right away just in case. Like you said, you mistaken identity, whatever it is. But as far as I know, Fannin County has everything. They got your name, your address, your car. They got your photo. They got warrants in hand for you. Okay? So that's where we're at right now, okay?
So, I know you don't have
Yeah, I don't have anything other than what the warrant says right now. We're on the phone with Fannin County. They're going to send us everything. So that's what it is right now, okay?
This doesn't make any sense. But I understand.
I wish I could tell you more.
We're heading to Fannin County. I mean, that's where our cabin is.
Well, that's who has the warrants for you.
We have rental. I'm just racking my brain here. We have rental cabins.
Find out which one is his phone.
Where's your phone?
It's in my car.
What does it look like?
It's a yellow.
It's a yellow phone in the car. That officer's going to get it, okay? Is there anything illegal in the car?
No.
Nothing?
We're going to take him with PD.
Yep.
We're going to watch him.
Okay.
Make sure he has nothing on him.
No, he's good. Fannin's going to come down?
Yeah. That FBI's coming.
Okay, so this is what's going to happen, okay? This officer here, Officer Cantrell, is going to transport you to our police department, okay? Where some people are going to come and talk to you, all right? That's it. Okay?
Yeah.
We're going to let your wife know, okay?
So what are they going to do?
I'm assuming they're probably going to continue on where they're going.
So Leedy seems pretty dumbstruck by the allegation that he might be involved in the creation or possession of child sexual abuse material. The police take him to headquarters, where Leedy was then turned over to the FBI. His wife, his mother-in-law, they were free to leave, but officers didn't reveal at the time exactly why Leedy was in custody, only saying he had 5 warrants out for his arrest. And that was for good reason. The U.S. Attorney's Office for the Middle District of Florida announced in January that Leedy had been indicted on 3 counts of production of child sexual abuse material and 2 counts of coercing or enticing a minor to engage in sexual activity. According to court documents under the username Maximum Uncle number 9112, Leedy allegedly victimized 10 children through online chats and video calls. And the Tampa Bay Times reports that Leedy even used the video game messaging platform Discord. Now, prosecutors allege that not only did Leedy demand that these alleged victims do things that were sexually explicit, but he directed them to cut, choke, and hang themselves. When I told you I've never heard anything like this before, that is what I'm talking about. And you know what happened? Because of these instructions, prosecutors allege that a 13-year-old girl was found dead in November of 2022, that she was found in front of her phone, quote, in a manner consistent with instructions Leedy had previously provided her. So investigators, they searched this young girl's phone and they found messages. They found messages with Maximum Uncle, who police say they were able to identify as Mr. Leedy. And by the way, according to People magazine, investigators claim that the conversations prove Leedy was aware that these alleged victims were in fact minors. This 13-year-old's death, it was ruled accidental, according to a Pasco County Sheriff's Office email to the Tampa Bay Times, but in terms of liability, in terms of who might be responsible, let's talk about this. So the motion for pretrial detention that was filed by federal prosecutors, it is incredibly graphic. It is so graphic that we can only include portions of it here. And it's pretty disgusting to read. It actually made me nauseous. I'm not going to lie to you. It includes messages that Leedy reportedly sent to children, asking them to perform vulgar sex acts on camera. The motion, as well as the indictment itself, names 3 alleged victims. Minor victim number 1, that is the 13-year-old girl who was found dead in the bathroom of her home in 2022. Minor victim 2, according to the pretrial detention motion, was 13 when she started talking to Leedy. And then minor victim 3 reportedly told Leedy at first that she was 16, but in reality, prosecutors say she was 11 or 12 years old when the alleged abuse started. According to the motion, quote, on or about October 30th, 2022, Leedy sent minor victim 1 the following message while the two were engaged in a video chat during which Leedy was nude. Leedy wrote, or allegedly wrote, "Yay, can you get naked and take a video of us both and send it to me on here?" The filing goes on to say that the victim got completely undressed and that Leedy started pleasuring himself. In another message to another young victim, Leedy allegedly wrote, "Go get the belt so we can start choking you. Put it on loose. Have you ever put the end of the belt over the top of your door and then close the door? Make the belt tighter." This is some of the most disgusting stuff I have ever read.
I was about to say, that's crazy.
You know Harbor Freight for affordability, but durability goes right along with it. You see, we test, and then we test again. Now, it's time for you to put us to the test. Whatever you do, do it for less at Harbor Freight.
In a message sent to minor victim number 3, Leedy allegedly wrote, "Such a pretty body," and quote, "You have the perfect little girl body. I love it so much." According to the motion, pursuant to a search warrant, law enforcement reviewed Leedy's account on an online social media application and discovered several other minor victims who apparently Leedy instructed to produce child pornography, self-mutilate, or hang or choke themselves. Leedy never revealed his true identity on this online social media application, and when he spoke to the minor victims on video chat, he maintained a black screen to further conceal his identity. That's what the filing says. The motion also states, quote, Leedy's conversations with other minor victims on the online social media application also revolved around production of child pornography and self-harm / self-mutilation. And remember, the feds believe that Leedy targeted at least 10 children online. So let's take a look at what Leedy is charged with here, okay? Count 1 of the indictment accuses Leedy of production of child sexual abuse material. It reads, on or about October 30th, 2022, in the Middle District of Florida and elsewhere, the defendant, Stephen Andrew Leedy, did employ, use, persuade, induct, entice, and coerce minor victim 1 to engage in any sexually explicit conduct for the purpose of producing any visual depiction of such conduct or for the purpose of transmitting a live visual depiction of such conduct, and the visual depiction was produced and transmitted using materials that had been mailed, shipped, and transported in and affecting interstate and foreign commerce by any means, including by computer. Count 2, same charge, but it's in connection with minor victim number 2 in December of 2021. And then count 3, coercion and enticement of a minor to engage in sexual activity. The indictment reads, from on or about December 4th, 2021 through on or about July 6, 2022 in the Middle District of Florida and elsewhere, the defendant, Stephen Andrew Leedy, using a facility and means of interstate commerce, did knowingly persuade, induce, entice, and coerce an individual who had not attained the age of 18 years, minor victim 2, to engage in sexual activity for which any person could be charged with a criminal offense, specifically Florida statute, lewd or lascivious battery, lewd or lascivious conduct, sex.
He's trying to figure out the whole fraudulent part of it all.
We're here in Newark.
All right, good morning, good afternoon, good mother effing night.
My sister's
Your mom and dad, growing up, were they living in the same household?
Before me?
No, like when you were a kid.
Yeah.
But at one point, did your dad leave the house?
Probably like 2 years before he died.
Okay. And you were how old at the time?
He left the house at probably 11, 12.
11, 12. And then he died at like 14.
13, 14.
13, 14. Okay. So, had your dad never left the house and had lived, what do you think would have been different in Boosie's life?
I couldn't do what I was doing. You know, it wasn't no smoking weed around daddy.
Huh.
It wasn't none of that. It wasn't no skipping school. It wasn't none of that.
But he had his own drug issues. He was in the streets himself. Yeah. So how does he really?
Each his own. You know, I don't give a fuck what he do. I'm a child. I don't do nothing.
Huh.
Yeah, that's law. You gonna go to school. You gonna try to make something. I know you thugging. My partner, I'll stay in trouble now. But nah, you gonna, cause he gotta answer to my grandma. You know, so.
That's his mom?
Yeah. So, you know, he gotta answer. So my daddy had his drug problems and all that, but, you know, he was a good daddy. You know, I would say my daddy was a good daddy. In the time he was here, he taught me a lot. I mean, I didn't see my daddy shoot at people. I didn't see my
You saw your dad shoot at people?
Yeah.
You talk about what happened?
Nah, it was just a family problem. I saw him shoot at somebody.
Okay. Did he actually
saw
hit
my
him?
daddy go to jail in front of me, pissing.
Did he actually hit the person
Nah.
who shot it? Okay.
Nah.
So you say you saw him go to jail?
Yep, I was 7 years old. He pulled over on side of Chicken Shack and pissed, and the police pulled right up.
Over that?
Took him to jail for indecent exposure pissing.
That's stupid.
Yeah.
That's just a stupid thing to arrest someone over. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No,
Why
but
his son
yeah.
out there?
Oh yeah. So
In the
what? They
car.
had to take you and
They had to call my mama.
yeah. Yeah, that's like I've pissed in public so many times, man, that you know, just is what it is. Well, what did he ultimately die of?
Brain tumor.
Oh.
Yeah.
Was it cancer or?
Brain tumor.
Okay.
Then it just was after that. Like my mama, I don't never really my mama whooping me. Like my mama, my daddy was the enforcer. You know, my mama tell my daddy to whoop me.
So you got whooped by your dad?
Oh, beat.
Badly?
Beaten. I'm talking about beaten.
What was the worst beating you got and for what?
Michael Jordan lost the first game of the finals to Magic Johnson.
Okay.
When Sam Perkins hit that three and they was teasing me. So I went bust the window.
Oh.
I went outside with a rock and bust the window. And when he came back.
Yeah, that deserves a beating. Bust your own window, huh?
His windows that he put in the house.
Oh. So what did he do?
Oh, he beat me.
With what?
Belt, he went and got the broom.
The broom?
Yeah, belt, he went and got the broom. See, my daddy, he come back 3 times. That's what I do with my kids when I whip them. It's like a thing that been passed down, and I'm gonna pass it down to my kids.
Okay.
Like, we whoop him one time, let him catch his breath, come back, give me again. When you think it's over, come back again. It's like 3 times. So he came back 3 times, and he fucked me up, man. He fucked me up.
Fucked you up and what? Just bruises and welts?
Bruises? I mean, bruises. I stayed with bruises. Like, I stayed, you know, my daddy, like, you know, he hit me with the buckle. Like, I was a badass little child. Like, I stayed, like, man, I couldn't, man, bro. I remember one day I had did something, you know. I thought my daddy was gonna beat me so bad, bro. He just came in the house and shook his head and looked at me and said, "You ain't shit. I'm sick of you." Like, I remember that, bro. Like he was just tired, bro. You know, he said, "You ain't shit." Hit his beer, hit the fucking judge, looked at me, cause I'm waiting to get it, you know. I'm already crying, waiting to get it, you know. When he come in the house, I already knew what it was. And he ain't with me that night. He just told me, you know. Yeah.
Being a father is hard, man. It's the hardest job, especially with boys.
And them boys love them damn mamas.
Yep.
Damn, that's what I go through with my teenage boy.
What are you? Your work.
What type trials and tribulations?
Craziest watch collection by any.
This March at Renewal by Anderson, replace your windows, your patio doors, or your entry door, and we're going to give you an amazing...
The craziest watch collection by any person ever. Jay-Z's watch collection updated. That's gonna be a couple of million. This video is sponsored by Shopify, but more on that later. Jay-Z, Sean Carter. What a name, by the way. Sean Carter. I don't know how he made Jay-Z off Sean Carter, but like...
Secret question, I have no idea.
No idea.
Soon as I jump out, switch the crowd, and where niggas gon' go. PG walk up, 76 switch, feel his body over.
I just see a photo of him about to watch because I don't want to give the light of day. I think it's kind of that's Jay-Z's cheapest watch he has. It's worth gone. Move on to the next one. What I see here is very special. It's a vintage Daytona, but not any vintage Daytona.
That nigga told he broke the code, he bold, he really told on Gunner. Why you write that statement, bloody? He tried to run, he tripped and fell, we cracked his top, that's how he fucked up. You ain't get back for your partner, you can't diss my dead. Heard they got up on him, snatched his dress, then they cracked his head. I know they can't party with us, got up close, that Nina grabbed his throat. I smoke just to cope, I damn near seen a ghost. He died from the glizzy, popped out, gave little Nizzy 50. Fuck that, we gon' spin right back and drop another 60.
Assalamu alaikum.